Hello Second Life, it's Kitty Otoole here. Now then, I've not done a video for a few weeks, I apologise, real life has got in the way as it has a tendency to do. And this isn't going to be a particularly long video. However, I wanted to share something with you that I've found. The blog's called Kitty Witching, but I don't seem to do a lot of witchery stuff on there at the moment, and there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you what that is. Reason being, I've not found that many what I would describe as quality witchy places in Second Life for a very long time. Now, don't get me wrong, there are places that deal with witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, druidism, and there's some very legitimate places. There's also a lot of places that are full of crap. Badly constructed, sculpty items, things that basically belong in 2007. And also you've got places that sell artworks by pagan artists like Lisa Parker, Mickey Mueller, and that annoys the hell out of me because these are copywritten works that people work hard at, and we all know about Second Life and copybotting, but there's just no need. So if I tend to go to pagan places and I see stores there and they've got artworks on them that are quite blatantly just images lifted off the internet and resold, then I'll just res out. You know, I'm not going to stay there. I'll leave the place. Anyway, I've been to an event called the Coven. And while I was there, I spotted a little store for a little landmark. A little advert for this place. Now, this place I've never visited before. I didn't even know it existed until the Coven. This is there you go, look, the Coven. This advertises the fact that it's at the Coven event. But it's a witchy pagan shop, and it's called Candle and Cauldron, and I'm delighted to have found it. So, as I've just found it, what I'm going to do is just change the environment settings so that we can see it a bit better. But as I've just found it, I thought what I'd do is do a video so that I can chart my discovery with you live. So I've no idea what's in the rooms. I've literally just rezzed here. So I could go upstairs and see something I'm not going to like and moan about and say, oh look, copied images, and leave. But I really hope I'm not going to find that, because I've got good feelings about it. It's got a good vibe to it. So, okay. So I've rezzed into this welcome lobby. There's a nice fireplace and it's very witchy. And there's spiritual items, jewellery and accessories, item of the month, which is clearly an invisible item. And then you've got builds and garden, and you've got this main area with a cash register and some ferrets, so ferret win, that always goes down well. And also there's a group gift there, which is an ambigram welcome mat. I'll be joining the group and helping myself to one of those, thank you very much. So let's go builds and garden, shall we? No, we won't, because there's nothing there, look, see? Obviously not done that bit yet. So, okay, home decor. Please don't let there be any items up here that I don't want to see. And there aren't. Phew. Tell you what there are though. For a start, we've got some... Oh, I like these. What do you think, guys? We've got some salt lamps, which are very relevant to my interests. I've just bought one actually from the Coven event, and it was by Schadenfreude, but hey, I'm always open to having more salt lamps, so I'll be having another one. Is that palmistry hand for sale as well? Palmist hand, excellent, we like that. But these are nice and imaginative and unusual. So we've got some little candle shrines. These are fab. We've got one for each of the elements, look. We've got one, a home blessing candle shrine. This is very relevant to my interests. We've got one with Kernanos on there, and a goddess one. In fact, it's a Hecate one. Even better. These impress me. You could use these in ritual to have at the points on a pentacle on the ground to demark where people should stand. So yeah, I'm liking that. Move over here, we've got a hermetic pyramid, as above so below. Apologies for the noise in the background, that's my black cat Milo. I would love to say he's my familiar, but he doesn't like me enough to want to be that. He's in his box and he's making a lot of noise. Oh god, there's going to be a fight actually. My ginger cat Alan has just decided he's going to upset Milo. So if you hear shrieking in a minute, you know what's going on. This is nice as well. Curves and Curios cabinet. Texture change. Different woods. Can we play about with it? No, we can't. It's 250 lindens, which I think is very reasonable, and it's very natty, isn't it? I like that. I like that very much. I like these hurricane sconces even more, actually. Very nice. Nice texture. Nice candle effect. And over here, we've got some witch balls. Let's have a look at these. Oh, these are pretty. Have you ever seen witch balls in real life? These are very good recreations of them. I like going into metaphysical shops in real life and seeing them hanging from the ceiling. They're very pretty. These are nice. I'm impressed so far, guys. Hey, what's over here? Okay. Over here? Oh, this is oh, I like. Oh! Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got a 5-point shelf, texture change hood, emission, mask embers. Okay. Is that mask or musk? I can't quite. Okay, animated mesh smoke. So we've got light in the darkness. So we've got some books here, dream journal, Theban script, book of shadows there, moonlight, incense combs. That's kind of cool. Go smudge yourself. That's neat. This is I like this. So you've got an abalone shell, a bunch of sage herbs for smudging, and a feather to smudge yourself with. Some very interesting arguments at the moment going on in the pagan community, and I think in general really about cultural appropriation of things from other, which basically means using things from other cultures in your own practices. Some examples would be Caucasian people wearing cornrows, for example. And I have seen people in the pagan community saying that they don't like the idea of people using smudge or this kind of practice because it's a Native American practice and therefore should not be used. It's something of their culture that shouldn't be used. Now, I'm pretty open-minded about things, and whilst I can see why people might take issue with it and say, you know, that's something that's sacred to another culture, why are you doing that? At the same time, I can also see the worth of practicing something from another culture, provided it's done respectfully and in the mindset of which it's intended. So I personally, when it comes to things like smudging, don't necessarily have that much of an issue with it, but I can see why people might. So, you know, these things are on sale here. I think they're lovely and I think they're beautifully done, and should you so want one, come and get one. If it doesn't float your boat, then, you know, don't. I mean, I'm open to arguments from both sides, and I'm quite happy to sit down and talk to somebody about why it's not appropriate to use it. I can understand that it's a cultural thing from a culture that's, let's face it, been horribly repressed and horribly treated, and therefore perhaps it shouldn't be. But at the same time, by having these things out to a wider audience where they're appreciated and loved, and let's face it, I don't know, excuse me, the cat's having an absolute shit fit behind me. I don't know anybody that does smudging in a frivolous, non-respectful manner, I would have more of a problem with it if it was conducted for that in that kind of way. But anyway, I'll get off the soapbox now. There we go. I've stood off it, and let's move on and just enjoy what else is here at Candle and Cauldron. So we've got some pictures here: Us Above, So Below, Nature Is My Church, Enjoy the Silence, and We Are Made of Stardust. And I'm going to get some of those because I think they're awesome. In fact, there's a lot of things I'm going to be getting already, I can tell you that. Whoops. Okay. I'm still stood down here. It's easy. I'm using my space navigator to zoom around. So there's nothing in builds yet. There's nothing in that gacha yet. We've done home decor. So we've got jewellery and accessories and spiritual items to take a peek at. Let's have a look at spiritual items, see what's up here. Okay, so this room's further divided, and clearly there's not all the stock out yet. So let's just zoom in and make sure I'm not missing anything. There's no candles yet. Herbs and plants, there's nothing there yet. Altar items, nope, not yet. I do like this layout though. Sabbats, well this is obviously from Otoole. I wish I'd known about it at Otoole because it's lovely. There isn't one for Imolk, which has just passed by. I very hope that there's going to be one, and we've also got Ostara coming up soon. So I hope we have stuff in here for those, because I'll be back to buy it and do another video if necessary. So hey ho. Okay, so obviously this place is a work in progress. We'll go down and we'll have a look at jewellery and accessories. Now let's have a think. You're a pagan in Second Life, you can bet there's going to be pentacles. Oh my days, there's going to be pentacles. What have we got over here? Okay, so hood controlled. Necklaces come with 4 lengths: short, medium, long and extra long for layering, and I'm loving it. Crystal, pentacle. Whenever I see pentacles in Second Life, and I have seen this in real life at moots and at rituals, there's a thing, isn't there, about who wears the biggest pentacle in pagan circles. And you tend to see the people that are new to this way of life. You tend to be able to mark them out by, generally they've got pentacles around their neck the size of pan lids. I've seen that. I've seen really big pentacles, and the old guard, and I would count myself amongst that. They tend to be wearing the small discreet ones. It's one of those paths that when you get into it, you embrace it full on, and more power to us for doing that. Look at these guys. These are really nice. Lots of different textures. Oh yeah, Kitty is happy. See this one? That's labradorite, and that's my favourite stone. I've got a massive chunk of that bad boy downstairs. Oh look, and there's a witch's hat as well. These are great. So yeah, let's have a look how much they are, shall we? Let's have a look. If I just click pay. Oh come on, they're bargain prices, 150. Yep, they're not very expensive at all. So I will come back and get one of each, but I'll carry on showing you now before I start buying things, because you'll see what a frenzy I get into when I start buying things, and it's not a good look. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot here to go on, but I tell you one thing, it fills me with hope what they have got here. I'm going to go and buy things. I'm also going to join the group, wherever that might be. I'm also going to check out them on Facebook, and I'm going to keep coming back here. I'm really impressed, and I wish Candle and Cauldron all the very best, and I really look forward to seeing more of your wares. This is fantastic, and yeah, this place makes me happy. You take care. See ya. Bye.